Welcome and welcome back. Oh, it is that time again, isn't it? The League preseason. Well, at least almost. We got a lot of information today, so let's talk about it. In the morning, we got ourselves a wiki page which came with a little chat head for Yama, and that pointed towards the 25th birthday for RuneScape stream. And of course, at the end of that live stream, there was a QR code that you could scan, and that gave that image a little find me thing there in the bottom right, which led us to this video right here, letting us know that the league is going to be starting on April 15th. If you love this sort of league problem solving clue thing, I highly recommend joining the league's Discord. I'm going to put a link to that down in the description for those who aren't already in there. But what this also means is we are going to get the preseason leaks probably about 2 weeks before, so April 1st? I mean, that's kind of, they're going to joke. I'm sure they're going to tell us a whole bunch of stuff that's not true on that day, so maybe we plan for April 2nd. And I am planning on covering those, so make sure to stick around the channel if you want to be kept up to date. But of course, that image did have some other stuff in it. I have no idea how people got words out of this thing. It isn't the Morse code on the side, apparently. So, regardless of wherever these came from, glad there's smart people out there. We got starting Virtue Revered as Confused Evil Mineral Realm 9. Talk about confusing. But apparently, that translates into Varlamore. So right now, what we're suspecting is we are going to have a Varlamore start. We already knew from the league's announcement back in January that we're not getting Mistalin as our starting region. We are still going to get Karamja for free. But that left us with the question of, where are we going to start? I was kind of hoping that they would let us pick. But honestly, Varlamore is also really strong. I'm not going to go super in-depth here, but if you do want to see that video, make sure to subscribe, because I am going to be doing deep dives on all the areas again this year. But this is just to kind of get you thinking. I mean, with Varlamore, you have things like Moons, which is great armor all around. You've got the Colosseum. You've got a bunch of training methods, some that were already there, some that came with Part 3, the Doom and Macchiato. So there is just a ton of stuff in Varlamore, and if this is our starting area, then man, we are all going to be stacked. So, pretty cool. And while all this was happening, someone went back to that announcement from January and added these wingdings in here, which translates into, in fact, Mistalin won't even be available to explore this time around thanks to Yama. So, sounds like we're not even getting Mistalin as an option, which means no Demon Bane weapons, which is a pretty interesting choice considering this is Yama's league, but you know, maybe that fits. He doesn't really want you coming in and smacking him around with Demon Bane. But what it does make me wonder is maybe we're going to see some Demon Bane in either the combat masteries or in one of the Echo bosses, because we know both of those things are coming back for this year. Maybe we're going to get like a demonic scorching bow. I mean, who knows? And while that's the end of the leaks for today, I did also want to quickly show off the rewards because I didn't have the chance to talk about this back in January. And take a guess at how many points each of these things are going to be worth, so we can start planning around how much leagues we're going to be knocking out, which areas we want to pick, that sort of deal. So, of course, we're going to get ourselves an outfit. They do this every year. Man, that is a scary looking face there on the maximum tier. And we're also going to have a banner. I personally never really pick up the outfits or the banners, but it does look really cool. I really like the Yama color scheme. We're going to be getting another home teleport. And I just love the idea of the little imps kind of dancing around you. You're disappearing into the fire. It's all really cool this year. A demonic throne. So this is going to be kind of like a reskin sort of deal for the throne room in your player-owned house. We've already had things like the spirit tree from last year. We've had the teleport portal as well in the house. So they love adding these sort of recolors. And then probably the biggest thing for this year, I know a lot of folks are looking forward to this, we're getting Thrall overrides. And I'm imagining this is going to work in a similar way to what they've had for all of the other spell overrides. So we've had things like an Alchemy override back in Trailblazer. In Raging Echoes, we got the Lunar Spell override, which looked pretty cool. So now we've got ourselves some Thralls. This is definitely one that I want to pick up. And the next one as well, some ornament kits. Gosh, I can't tell you how much I love the Yama color scheme. This just planted on basically everything looks so good. We've got Ibenstaff in here. We've got the different Trident of the Swamp, Trident of the Seas, and also a Soul Reaper axe. Now, they're probably going to give us a separate ornament kit. Maybe they'll do the Soul Reaper axe as one, Ibenstaff as one, and then one that works on both of the Tridents. That would be my guess. I'll talk about the pricing that I think they're going to do here in a second. For the first time in what, 5 leagues, we're getting a Slayer Helm recolor. They haven't done this, I think, since the very first league, the Twisted League, where we were locked to Karen. So, really happy to see this. It's going to go with the Oathplate armor. Hopefully you've got it. Hopefully you're not going dry hunting for these pieces, someone out there. But this is going to be really cool to go with that armor. Another house override that we're picking up is the Demon Butler, giving him a fancy suit. He's looking really fly. And last but not least, the Demon skin color. You know what? I take it back. The Yama theme on everything. Maybe we don't need this. maybe we don't need this. I don't know. But in terms of what I think the pricing is going to look like, I have laid these out for the different rewards. The outfit, probably going to be around 20k. If you want the maximum tier, there are going to be a couple of lower tiers. Those are generally pretty cheap, like 1k, 2k, 3k. We've got the weapon overrides. They could put them all together, but considering something like the Soul Reaper axe is like so far into the game compared to something like Ivan's staff, which is one of the other recolors, they're probably going to split them up. So we might see something like 10,000 for the Soul Reaper axe. Maybe we have something in the ballpark of like 6,000 or 8,000 for the Trident of the Swamp, Trident of the Seas. And then, 2,000, something kind of on the lower end for Ivan's staff. Looking at the past rewards for the houses, for the spell overrides, we're probably talking somewhere in the range of 5,000. Could be 4, could be 6, could be 8. But I think collectively, the 3 things here, the Throne, the Butler, and the Thrall override are probably going to land somewhere around 15,000. The Slayer Helm, we don't have a lot of comparison to this. The first one costed 6,000, so I just went ahead and put that in here. Now, this is Oathplate armor that it's matching up against, so it's very possible that they make that more expensive because that is a big endgame armor. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up to around 10,000, but I doubt it will be much more than that. And then kind of on the cheaper end, we've got things like the Demon skin color, the Home Teleport, and the Banner. The Banners are always 500, the Home Teleports are always 1,000. They want to make those really accessible, and I imagine that the skin recolor is also probably going to be on the cheaper end. Now, in total, if you wanted absolutely everything, I'm guessing we're going to be sitting at around 65,000 points. Last year, it was 67,000, so we're actually pretty close. And while there has been point inflation over the years for the rewards, there is a certain cap that they're going to get to, and I think we're probably there. At least I hope so. I mean, I know all of us love to grind out leagues, but I got like 5 accounts now that need league points, all right? I got a lot of Iron Man running around. It's going to be a little bit tough for me to get everything on every account, you know what I mean? But that is all for today. I'm really looking forward to covering more leagues content as we get some more information. So again, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know your thoughts down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.